What's up? How's everybody doing? It is 2 a.m. and I definitely didn't just. I didn't almost forget to film a vlog at all. And so let's go over today. I'm sorry, it's 2 a.m. I'm really tired, but if I don't keep up with these daily, then I'm gonna forget. So today is good. It was a good day. Had a rehearsal for a show that I'm in, and I got to talk with a good buddy of mine about the whole situation that I was in. Still trying to get myself out of. Still trying to grieve and yeah. Um, I noticed after my relapse that um, a bit of my grief came back, um, or a little bit of the depression part of my grief came back, um, and I was having thoughts that usually that I usually don't have, of like, because I was into I got sunk back into that depression state. I started thinking about a lot of what ifs, um, and scenarios I could have changed about what happened to me, but then it's all kind of pointless to do that. And nothing's going to change at this point. There's no use in dwelling on things that I can't change. So I can go on and on about the what ifs, but it wouldn't be helpful. I think relapsing does a lot to your psyche, because I wasn't in like a awful mood, but I was definitely in that depression state of grief, and I slunk back into it for a little bit, and it's weird how it kind of correlates, because like I said yesterday, like, I'm not beating myself up over it, but it does mess with you. It messes with your head after a relapse. You I don't know, I just felt more susceptible to negativity, I guess. um I felt weaker. That's what it is. I felt weaker and more vulnerable after um after relapse. And some people call that post nut clarity or whatever they want to call it, but for me it was like I let something that I'm trying to move on from, that I was successfully moving on from, suddenly come back to me, because I was just not mentally strong, um, which is an interesting thing to notice about NoFap and my relapse. I'm coughing a lot. I'm sorry. I can't figure out why though. I'm not sick. It'd be allergies, but um, yeah. Other than that, I'm handling my grief the way I can. Um, hopefully hopefully it won't last too much longer. I know that my feelings for that person is not going to change, and I know that the relationship I used to have with that girl is basically just non-existent anymore. And yeah, I'm slowly beginning to accept that and move on from it. That doesn't mean I'm ever going to forget that, but it means that it's not going to bother me anymore. Um, I'm noticing too that I'm running out of things to say. It could be that I'm tired. It might not even be because of the relapse. It might be because I'm tired. But um, yeah, I think when it comes to stuff like this, remember remember this feeling. If you're feeling the way I'm feeling, of like, gosh, I just feel mentally like not present, and it's right after I relapse too. Make note of that. I think it's important to analyze how you feel after a relapse and what's different from how you were feeling while you know being on um, multiple days or a week or months of NoFap, the difference between then and like how relapse affects your mind. I think when you know more about when you know more about um, what's happening to you when you do relapse, those cons, like the list of pros and cons in your head, the list of cons expand um, when you feel like an urge to relapse, like that list of pros and cons just can pop into your head. It's just like, oh wait, if I relapse, I'm gonna feel like this. I'm gonna feel, sluggish. I'm gonna feel, if you're grieving, it's gonna bring the depression part back. Like it's I think keeping track of the way NoFap affects relapse and NoFap affects you is very beneficial. So keep track of that. See how different you were when you know. See how different you were when you were on NoFap. You have a good streak going, and like what happens right after relapse. You know, if you ever do. If you're not, keep going strong, man. Keep going strong. I'm rooting for you, and I know other people watching this, they're rooting for you too. But if you ever do happen to relapse, remember the feeling. Make note of it. Notice things that are different, and I think having that knowledge would go a long way preventing it. You want to have as many weapons as you can get against, you know, pornography and all of that stuff. You want to have as many weapons as you can get in your head, in your environment, and and anything. Take every advantage you can get. So yeah, that's if I could offer some advice, would probably be that. Um, I would like to give a huge shout out to the guy that's been commenting on my videos. I can't. It's 2 a.m. and I don't want to scroll over and check the username, but it started with a J. But thanks for commenting on my videos. Everybody else watching this, don't be shy. Feel free to comment. I do read them. They are awesome, and I want to acknowledge them right now. Thank you for leaving all those comments on my videos and for letting me know that I'm not alone, and so that I can say that you're also not alone. We're walking together, and that is certainly a whole lot stronger than doing it alone. So it's good to get that reminder that I am, not going through this alone. Um, for anybody else watching, don't be shy. Leave a comment. I'll read it. And if you have any questions for me, if you want to get to know me better, I'll do a Q&A. I'll answer any questions you may have about me to reasonably. But yeah, for now, I'm going to go to sleep. But I hope you guys are staying strong, rooting for you, praying for you. I know you guys are praying for me. Let's get stronger together. See ya.